Then let me present my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me open your syllabus first so that how did you people celebrate your Dasara? Nice.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. So programming in Java. So if you are you able to see the syllabus, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So we are done up to this part. Branching mechanism, all these things. Now what is the next thing? We have discussed about classes, objects, class declaration, creating objects, method declaration, method invoking, and method overloading. Okay. See, all these things. I think you learned about all these things in C++ only. So what is the next thing? Classes. What is the next thing? Objects, class declaration, and then creating objects, and then method declaration, and invocation, method declaration and invocation, and then method overloading. So these topics we have discussed. Okay, today we shall discuss about what is a class, what is an object, how do you create a class, how do you create an object, and how do you create a method, and how do you create an object, how do you call that method, and then what is method overloading, those things. Okay. Can anyone tell what is a class? While teaching about OOPS concepts, I told about what is a class, what is the object, and all these things. Anyone of you remember that?
Class contain data numbers. There are
Class,
two types.
yeah. What are they? Class contains.
Number
So first of all, what is a class? Class is an entity. Class is an entity.
class is an entity which
Uh,
contains data numbers.
yeah,
And member functions also.
yeah. Class is an entity.
Number functions, number variables.
It contains data members. Am I correct? Class is an entity which contains data members. Data members are of how many types? Two
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 types.
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 Data members are of two types. What are they? Member
Member
functions
Member
variable.
variables.
and member
And
functions. Member variables and see,
member
this
function.
is nothing new to Java. This is the same thing I think you would have learned in C++ also. Member functions. Member functions. Member variables represent. Member variables represent. Member variables represent what? The state of the class. Okay. And what does member functions represent?
Unique function that works under numbers.
Yeah, member functions represent the behavior of the class. of the class. Okay, member functions represent. See, if they ask you, if you get a question in your exam asking about what is a class, you can write all these things. What is a class? Class is an entity. Class contains data members. Data members are divided into two types. What are they? Member functions and member variables. Member variables represent the state of the class. Member functions represent the behavior of the class. Member functions are unique functions. That work using member variables. Okay, member functions are unique functions that work using member variables. So I think you understood about all these things. You know about all these things. Then what is the object? What is the object?
Object is an instance of class.
Can a class have multiple objects or only one object? Can a class
Multiple objects.
yeah,
Multiple objects.
a class can have multiple objects. Object is an instance of a class. Object is an instance of a class. And for every object there will be separate member variables created. Am I correct? There will be separate member variables created. That means every object will have their own member variables. But whereas for every object, not every object share the same member function. I think you understood, no? Every object share the same member function. I think you understood the difference between these two, no? If you take a class, for example, I am creating a class for student. For example, I am creating a class for a student. Student is having some member variables like student. Yeah, someone is joining. For example, can anyone tell what are the fields of a student? What fields can a student have?
Student ID, student name.
Yeah, student ID. That is one thing. Student name and student address, and then something like marks, grade, something like phone number. So these are all what? These are all for a student class. These are all what? These are all member variables. All these are called as member variables. Understood? Then what can be the member functions? Member functions can be something like read student, print student, understanding, calculate, grade, update phone number. What are all these? What are all these? These will be considered as member functions. Understanding? Because did you have knowledge about, did you understand about all these things? If you take a class called a student is having these, for example, some 6 member variables and then 4 member functions. 6 member variables and 4 member functions. What are the member variables for the student class here? Student ID is one member variable, student name, student address, student marks, student grade, student phone number. And then what are the member functions which I have written here? Read student or enter student, print student, calculate grade, update phone number. For example, if there are two students S1 and S2, will we have separate member variables for each and every student, or only same member variables? There are two students here, S1 and S2. Will there be separate member variables for S1 and separate member variables for S2, or same member variables? Girls, did you understand my question? My question is,
Yes, sir.
I'm having two objects for the class called as student here. In this class student,
Yes,
ho-
sir. We can
will
use the different
will they have
variables.
will they have separate member variables allocated memory, or will be having same memory allocated for both the students?
Same memory.
Will they have same memory?
Sir, you are asking.
I'm
Sir, you
asking.
are asking about like we can use the same member variable for both the students.
Yeah, I'm
That's
asking
what
that.
you are asking,
I'm
right?
asking that. Yeah. Can we use same
Yes,
member?
sir. We can use the same.
See, when
Yes,
object
sir. We
when a,
can use that.
no when an object is created, when an object is created, will they have separate memory for S1 and S2, or will they share the same memory? When the objects are created S1 and S2, will there be separate SID for S1 and will there be separate ID for S2, or same memory ID? Same memory. Did you understand my question?
Memory will be different, sir. Yes, sir.
Will they share the same memory or separate memory for each and every variable?
Mm. Sir, they share different memory, but we
Yeah.
can use the same variable for both the members, like
See,
both the member variables.
yeah, member variables will be different. Will be different for every object. Because why? Because the values are different. Am I correct? But whereas member functions are shared between objects. Did you all understand what I told just now? That means the member variables SID, SName, SAddress, marks, grade, phone number will be different for each and every object. But whereas read student, print student, calculate grade, update phone number, they will be shared by every object. Understood? Girls, did you all understand? Give me an answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will tell you how to do you declare a class in Java, and how to create objects. So class declaration. And how many of you have knowledge about private, public and protected in C++? I think you learned about access specifiers, no? How many have knowledge
Yes,
about
sir.
public, private, protected? Do you have knowledge about these three? What is public, what is
So,
private, and what is protected? What is public? Where will you use?
public
Yeah,
use the objects outside the class also, and private it is like private within the class.
okay,
The objects which can be used within the class we name it as private
yeah,
variables or private members,
yeah,
or public we can access outside the class also.
okay.
Um, and protected, I don't know, sir.
I will tell. Okay, see,
I forgot.
so okay,
Yes.
I will see where to use. Where do we use this? We use with we use these access specifiers. See, these are all called as access specifiers. These three are called as access specifiers. These we use these access specifiers with member variables and member functions. Okay, if a member variable is public, means if the member variable is given public means that member variable or function can be accessed within the class or outside the class also. Understood? For example, in the class student, if I tell public SID, so what is the meaning of this one? Can anyone tell? In my class name is student, I told public SID. What is the meaning of this one? Girls, answer.
We can use the SID with the class also.
Within the class and outside the class also. That means
Yes.
we can access the variable anywhere, from anywhere, not only within the class. Okay, if I tell, then what is the meaning of private? Sorry,
Which we cannot use it outside the class.
yeah, that means that variable or member function can be used. Private means the member variable or function can be used only within the class, but not outside the class. Okay, but not outside the class. If we try to use private member variable or function outside the class, an error is, sorry, it results into an error, and compilation error. Okay, understood? Then what is protected?
Yes, sir.
Then what is protected? Protected means it is used in inheritance. It is used in inheritance. I think you people know about what is inheritance. That means
Yes, sir.
a member variable or function with access specifier protected can be used within the class, within the defined class, and its subclasses. I think you know about what is superclass and what is subclass. It comes only in inheritance. Okay, leave about all these things. There are three access specifiers. What are they? Public, private, and protected. Public and private are used within the same class, and protected is used within the subclass. It can be used only when inheritance is used. Okay. So generally, what is general strategy? General strategy to be used is member variables are specified as private, member functions are specified as public. Okay, that is the general way of doing. Why? The reason is to achieve abstraction. If you want to understand, you have to study what is abstraction first. Okay, what is abstraction? Can anyone tell what is abstraction in C++? What is abstraction in OOPS concept? What is abstraction?
Showing only the essential
Yeah,
features and hiding the main concept,
is called as abstraction.
like program.
Yeah. To achieve abstraction, what is general way of doing? We make member variables as private, and we make member functions as
Private,
public. Okay,
public.
that is the general way of doing. So now I will tell you
Yes,
about.
sir.
I think you understood about what is private, public, and protected. So if I give, for example, I am creating a class now. What is my class name? What is the class?
Student.
Class name is student here. What member variables are there for student here? What are the member variables are there for student? In this case, I have given
Student ID.
student name,
Student.
student ID, student name, student address, student marks, and then grade, and then phone
Grade,
number.
Phone number.
For example, I will take only two members. I will take only two members. First one is student ID. So what is the data type of student ID? What is the data type? Will it store characters or numbers? Int, no? So int
Int and ID
Int.
integer.
Student ID, and then name. There is a data type. There is a user defined data type called as string in Java. Student name. Okay. And what I told you that member variables are kept as what? Member variables are given as. Member variables are specified as private. Understood? I gave it as member variables as private. Private. Because are you understanding what I am writing here? I am declaring a class.
Yes,
I am
sir.
declaring a class. Okay. So my class name is student. See, if you want to write a syntax, class declaration. So syntax. So class declaration is used for. So what is syntax? Syntax is class name, then you have to mention access specifier, data type, member, variable name 1. Understanding? We can have multiple member variables. Member variable name 2. Sorry. This one is 2. This one is 3. Sorry. And then after that we have to write, after that what do you have to mention? Access specifier, return type, member function, arguments, member function 1 arguments, so this is the syntax. Note down the syntax in your notes, everybody. Class declaration means it specifies the way to define the class. Okay, class contains data member variables and member functions. Are you all noting this one in your notes?
Yes, sir.
Just note down. I have to so is it done?
No, sir.
Did you all write down?
Sir, once you show class declaration definition, no, sir.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. See, I am, my definition is not perfect. If you want to have perfect definition, you can see it in your textbooks. Okay, I'm just writing the way we can understand. Okay, I think all of you are having SIA book, no, for this one. You can study from your SIA book. I am making you to understand these topics. Okay, Ati, understood?
Yes, sir.
See, for the perfect definition to be written in your notes, you can go to your SIA book and you can understand those definitions. But the way I am teaching is for you to understand the topics. See, if you understand what is the topic, you can write your own definitions. No one is going to stop you. Okay? Have you all written?
No, sir.
Yeah, write down. This is the syntax of declaring a class. You have to write the key. What are keywords here? Can anyone tell? What is the key? What is here? What is the meaning of class here? Is it a keyword or general word? Class is a keyword, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the meaning of a keyword? Keyword is a word which is having a specific meaning. It is used for a specific purpose. You cannot use the keyword for a variable name. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So what are the keywords here? Private is a keyword, public is a keyword, protected is a keyword, int is a keyword, string is a keyword, class is a keyword. All these are all what? Different keywords. Okay? Now shall we write this example?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me what is the example for this student. So what is the class name? Class name is student. Class name is having two member variables. What are they? Student ID and student class is having two member variables, student ID and student name. And then I have given them as private. Now I am defining the member functions. Public, void. What is the meaning of void? I think you all know it. I won't explain once again. What is the meaning of void? Void is a data type which is having no meaning. It is used only with functions. If the function is not returning anything, what you have to mention? You have to mention it as void. You learned all these things in your C language and C++. Okay?
Okay, sir.
What is void? Void is nothing but void is a data type, just like as int or float or any other data type. Void is also one data type. Then what is the meaning of void? Void means it doesn't have any meaning. And where do you use void? Void use it only with member function. You only use it with functions. When the function is not returning anything, we mention it as void. That means function is not returning any value. Okay? So the function name is something like read student. I will take int SID, comma, string SName. Student ID equal to SID. Student name equal to name. Okay, so this is the data, this is the definition for read student. Now I'll write definition for print student. How do you print output in Java language? How do you print output in Java language?
System dot print output
Out dot
println.
println. I'll write
Yeah.
student ID plus, what is the variable name? What is the member variable name here?
ID.
Student ID. This is
ID.
member variable. I'm appending now. Sorry. Plus, I will close it here. I will also write student name okay. So this is the example how of a class. In this class, how many member variables are there? What is the class name here?
Student.
Class name is student. Class name student. How many member variables are there? How many member variables are there in this class? Huh? Girls, how many member variables are there in this class, student class? Are we having 4 or 2?
Two. Private and public.
What is private and public? See,
No, sir.
I'm asking about member variables. What are member variables here?
Student ID, student name.
Yeah, student ID, student name. Those two are member variables.
Yes, sir.
What are they? Student
Student ID.
ID, comma, student
Student name.
name. And then what are member functions? How many are there? How many member functions are there?
Private.
Huh? How many are there in total? Girls, are you understanding these things? These concepts are.
Sir.
How many member functions are there? See,
Two.
totally there are data members are 4. Data members are 4. Among them, 2 are member variables and 2 are member functions.
Number.
So what are those member functions? Read student, comma, print student. Understood? These two
Yes, sir. Sir, in this program we have not written string args. No, sir. It doesn't matter. We have
See,
not written.
where do you write string args? Where do you write string args? For main method.
Main method, yes, sir.
Are we did we write any main method till now?
No.
What is the purpose of main method? Can anyone tell what is the purpose of main method in C language or C++ or Java? Huh? Main method is the starting point. Is the starting point of execution of the program. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Main method is starting point of the execution of the program. Compiler will search for main method. Compiler will search for main method from the place where main method is there. See, now if I write this class, now I have written this class. If I compile this one, and if I execute this one, will I get any output? Can you assume? Can anyone of you tell me? If I create this class, if I compile this program and if I execute, will I get any output?
No.
Why? No, I know that it is no. No is correct. But why? Why don't we get any output?
Because we don't have main method and class. sir.
Yeah. Why? Because class is there, but class was
Main
defined.
method.
But
Yes.
compiler don't know where to start the execution.
Yes, sir.
The reason the main method is not there. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So args is mainly meant for string args is mainly meant for sending any argument for your main method. But whereas these what are these two? These two are member functions. Okay? Now how do you create objects? I think you understood about what is class declaration, no? Now creating objects. And one more thing, when we create a class, will the compiler allocate memory? Can anyone of you tell, when the class is created, will the compiler allocate memory for member variables and member functions? Did you all understand my question? When a class is created, will the compiler, who is this? Huh? Will the compiler allocate memory for member variables are member functions. When the class is created, when the class is created, will the compiler allocate any member variables or member functions?
It should allocate no sir memory.
When the class is created, allocation will be done.
Already it will be allocated no sir when we write the class.
So memory allocation will be done. So in the memory allocation will be done only when the object is created. Okay, understood?
Yes sir, that means when the class is created then only the memory allocation will be done. So while compiling it won't take memory allocation, right sir?
When the class is created, only declaration we are doing. That means actual memory allocation won't be done. Actual memory allocation will be done only when you are creating an object. Okay?
Okay sir.
When the object is created, when an object for class is created, the compiler allocates. Answer is, for this one, answer is no. For this one, answer is yes. Okay? Then how do you create objects? How do you create objects? How do you create objects in C language, in C++? Huh? How do you create objects? Can anyone tell how do you create objects in C language? You are not responding. So syntax is class name you can see here he has given the syntax. I will write here class name object name equal to new class name with this one. This is the way to create object. Understood? Class name, you have to mention the class name, then you have to mention the object name equal to what is new. New is a keyword which is mainly meant for creating an object, and then you have to mention the class name and you have to mention the brackets. Understood? Now I want to create an object for students. How do you create? Student S1 is equal to what? New student. Understood? If you want to create a new object, here how many objects are there in this case? Girls, how many objects are there? Hmm?
Two, sir.
Two objects. What are
S1
they?
and S2.
S1 and S2 are objects. So S1 and S2
Yes.
are objects. Then access member variables, data members, access data members using objects. How do you access? See, these are all not new. You learned about all these things in C language, in C++, not in C language. I'm just continuing this one, that's all. What operator you had to use? Dot operator is used. Dot operator is used to access data members of the class, of the object. For example, I'm doing s1 dot sid. That means what I'm doing here. What are you doing here? Referring to SID member variable of which object? Of which object?
S1.
Huh?
S1.
S1. Okay.
S1 object.
If I tell, say I'm taking this example. I'm taking about this example only. Let me copy this example so that you can understand. I'm taking about this example only. Sorry, student ID, no? Sorry. It is not SID. What is this one here? Student ID. Okay? So what is this one? Referring to student ID member variable of which object? S2 object. Understood? Girls, are you understanding? Now if I call
Yes, sir.
S1 dot read student of 1 comma ABC. What I'm doing here? Calling the member function using the object S1. Okay? Which member function? I think you all understood, no? Shall we write a small program for this one, and so that you can have an idea? Shall we
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will combine all these pieces into a small program so that you can have some idea. Till now what did I tell? I told you how to create a class, how to declare a class, how to create an object, and how to refer to the member variables. The same thing we will do for here. So what is my class here? I will write a small program so that you can understand.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. Show that.
This one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the meaning of this one? Can anyone tell? It is calling which member function? Print student.
Print.
By using which object? Object S2.
Yes,
Okay?
yes, sir.
Okay, now. Have you all written?
No, sir. 1.
Yeah. Write on.
Done, sir.
Okay, now I'll write a small program. Let me save this one first. Java. What is today's date? 27. 10. Sorry. So what you have written in this class, no? Let me copy it. I won't write anything new. I will write new. So I think you understood about up to this part. Anyone having any doubt in this part till now? In this one, do you have any doubts? This part. What is the class name here?
No, sir.
Class name is student. Student is having two member variables. What are they? Student ID and student name. It is having two member functions. What are they? Read student and
Read
print,
student.
print student.
Student.
So these two are those two are member variables and these two are member functions. But what is lacking here? We don't have main method. We don't have objects. Am I correct? So what I'll do here? Now I'll write a main method here. How do you write main method? Public static void main string args what should you do in main method? So we have to create object for student class. How do you create object? What is syntax for creating an object? Can anyone tell? Just now I told you, no? What is the syntax for creating an object?
Class
You have to mention class name,
object name.
yeah, equal to new class name, and then you have to pass the brackets. That's all. So what is the class name here? What is the class name in this case? Student. I give the object name as s is equal to new. Let us keep it as capital. It is the correct way of doing is keep your class names as capital S. Okay. Student new student. Then what I will do is I will do s dot read student 1 comma abc. I'm calling this method, and then I will also call this method s dot print student. Okay, so this is a simple class I have written. This is a simple class. This is the class definition. This is the main function. Within the main function I am creating an object for this class, and then I am calling the member functions here. Okay, shall we compile it and see?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, once you wait, sir.
Yeah. Girls, while writing your programs, maintain some indentation. Then only you can understand. If you write everything in a single line, when you see the program you won't understand. That's why I have written in by using some indentation. See, your class is opened here. Where is your class closed? Here, am I correct? Class is closed here. Now this one is opened here, this one is closed here. Print student is opened here, it is closed here. Main method is opened here, and then main method is closed here. Okay,
Okay, sir.
shall we compile now?
Sir will compile tomorrow, no sir.
Why? Why? Will it take much time? Just only 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So what is the class name?
Yes, sir.
Class name is student. So
Friends.
you have to save it as student.java. Am I correct? Go to Java programs, student.java, all programs, all files. Save. Now go to command prompt, and then D drive cd Java programs. Here, how do you compile? Java C. What is the class name? Student.java. We got an error. Cannot find symbol student name. What is the field name here? What is your member variable? Student name. I gave it as capital here. I have to give it as smaller case. So now there are no errors. Java student. Did you get the output?
Yes, sir.
So this is the small program. So tomorrow we shall discuss about the constructors and method overloading. Okay? The next class. I think here we till now we discussed about we are done with this part. Am I correct? We are done with this part. What is a class? What is the object? How do you create a class? How do you create an object? How do you create methods and how do you invoke it? Okay. So tomorrow we shall discuss about what is method overloading and what is constructors. Mrs. Stop it. Mrs. Stop now.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay then. See you. Bye.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay then. Bye.
Bye, sir.